Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. Scaramouche wasn't usually the most intense person. In fact, you noticed whenever it was related to a relationship, or romance and intimacy in general, he was quite dull, for lack of better words. He just wasn't the most affectionate partner, and not the best with words, or actions, or really that much. His experience in relationships that were just formed because of mutual love and respect weren't really that much. He had no experience whatsoever, and mostly was used to people acting like they needed something from him, using him. That's all he knows, and that's all he's ever known. So you can't blame him for the way he acts with you. You can only just look at him and hope that one day he will learn that he too can deserve love, that he can be loved, that he doesn't have to try so hard, and that you already love him more than anything in the world. And with time, he would surely come to know. And it all started with him trying to be better, to be more affectionate. Sometimes, when you were asleep, Scaramouche would come next to you and kiss your cheek and go back to his bed. He was still uncomfortable with the whole sleeping together idea and trying to get used to it, but he loved you, and he ached to be able to show you the love that he has for you. Some other times he would simply cook you a meal when you come home from work, or when you wake up. Something warm, something full of love, and you could definitely feel the care that was put into it. Scaramouche loved you, and every action he did undeniably said it. As quiet as his actions were, they were still there and spoke volumes for the love that he had and the person that he was. But later on, you would wonder if he would ever be as affectionate as you wanted. You won't deny that as much as you love him and love this way of life, you too dreamed of having an affectionate partner. A partner who showed you his love in physical ways. So, that was why, even though you didn't directly outright tell him, Scaramouche tried to be better in that way. He knew you wanted this. You wanted someone who would be able to love you the way that you want to be loved. And he didn't know if you could ever be that for you. But he tried. And this time, it seems like there was a success. Because he was doing better and better. And more often than not, there would be a smile on your face, a look of happiness that he worked so hard to be able to get. And that's why he wanted to try this, to see what reaction he would get out of you. You were going out tonight on a date. You don't usually prefer going out on dates, but tonight was a special occasion. Since you only started dating 3 months ago, and you thought that since you have been spending so much time together, you would go on a date to celebrate that. You had come back from a date exhausted, and you thought you didn't really look that beautiful. What with your hair being a mess, your dress just not looking as good as it did once you left, and all the tiredness of the day showing up on your face. You were far from the majestic princess that you had gone out as, and as you took off your shoes, getting ready to let your hair loose from the bun that it was in, Scaramouche stopped you in your tracks. Hey, wait a moment. What do you want? Could you look at me right now? And you do exactly as he said, looking up at him. But what you don't expect is for him to take your hands and pin them to the wall above you. Hey, Scaramouche, what are you doing? But then he just leans in, looking at you in a way that makes shivers run down your spine. I don't do things half-heartedly, Ryan. I love you, and I'll keep loving you. Nothing in the world can make me stop that. So don't you for a moment think that I don't love you just because I don't know how to show it, he said. and then leaned in, kissing you deeply and making you close your eyes as he melted into it. You couldn't really process anything else, but those words he said, you knew he meant them, and you honestly felt sorry that you had to feel that way. But all of your thoughts could come later because right now, you were too engrossed in with the kiss that Scaramouche was giving you. It was heavenly, better than anything else you've ever felt. And once he pulled away, he nosed at your neck, trailing down soft kisses over there too, telling you that you're beautiful, that you look like a princess. And for once, even though he hates being cliche, he'll be happy to be your Prince Charming. And after all of that, he carries you all the way to bed and cuddles with you until the two of you fall asleep. It's quite nice. Perhaps the best date you've had. And you couldn't help but blush the entire way to bed when he was scaring you. Just thinking about what happened, the way he was acting. And little did you know that he was nervous as well, trying his best not to seem so, for this to be so enjoyable for you. But deep within, his heart was trembling, and so was his entire being. He wasn't usually so bold, and those words didn't come easy to him. The fact that he could be romantic like this was only because he wanted to try and be a reason for your happiness. And he was more than glad that it worked. He will try more. He will do more. Because seeing you like this, the way you melted into his arms, the way you hugged him tightly afterwards, and that blush on your face, he actually couldn't resist it. And it was the best time that he'd ever seen. So being able to make you all those feelings with just a few words and touches was a gift, and he was going to use it to the best of his ability. Just you wait. He was getting used to this, and sooner than later, he will actually know how to make you flustered and how to tease you, just like how he did just now. And honestly, you couldn't be more proud of him. He was getting to explore this and get used to these kind of relationships, and you were happy that he was getting there. But more than that, you were happy to be with him, and happy that you got to have this one special moment after your date.